I'm gonna go ahead and call meeting order and start the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning.
Good morning.
We got BJ remotely, so he asked that I go ahead and run the meeting. So next is today's approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Which carries. Next is approval of the minutes of 11/2/22.
Lance, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes dated November 2nd, 2022.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment for 11/9/22 and 11/16/22.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, any discussion?
The vendor publication that was in the packet was incorrect only because it had payroll items, IFRS items, things like that. So that has been changed. And the amount is, that would take $101,553.25 off what the vendor packet said on. So it has been changed.
And we have,
And yes, and we have the current.
is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Consideration, next item is consideration to approve the Hubbard Co-op Health Association Utility Permit 22022.
I will make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I'd make a motion to approve utility permit UT 22-023 for co-op.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve letter of recommendation for a tax abatement. Michelle, do you want to talk about that? Or-
I can, explanatory, with the letter that I wrote to you all. It's a mobile home that was in the city limits and the city acquired the property. The city moved the mobile home off the land, with no tax clearance and so it's taxes that we can't get from the previous owner. So it's just impractical to try to pursue, to try to keep getting it. And I just feel like it needs to be.
And then it just comes out the tax rolls. We don't have to
Yeah,
worry about it in
it's
future
already
years.
gone. I mean, there's no value for extending years. It's just that leftover value that was there that no one paid. It's just kind of a cleanup situation. Situation that was that I did that.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve the abatement of the taxes as recommended by County Treasurer Michelle Eichmeyer on this parcel.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Do I need to read
That's
the
a letter
parcel
of
number?
recommendation.
Yes.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now it's approval of the resolution 2240 to abate taxes.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve resolution 2022-40 to resolve and abate the taxes on parcel number 862-003-379-901.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Sabrina,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye.
Motion carries. Next one we have is consideration to approve City of Witten's request for assistance with nuisance property. Christie's on there. Did she want to speak? I believe she's here for the city. of Witten.
I was just gonna be on here if you had any questions specifically. There is that property, I guess, it hasn't had taxes paid since 2002, over 20 years. That, as you can see by the pictures, the backside of the house has fallen in. Nobody, who owns the deed to it, all of those have passed away. The contract holder obviously is not interested. The city of Witten does not have the funds to abate it. Since you guys technically have the tax certificate, they was hoping you guys could help out with it.
I don't know that we've ever done anything like this. Have we? Who's done the shop?
No, generally the cities, have their ordinances that they can take care of properties within their city limits. If it was in the country, outside of the city limits, then the county has authorization now to, deal with those properties through the abandonment process. That legislation just went into effect this last session. But since this is in the city limits, I don't know, we would have to confer with county attorney, I suppose, whether we would even have any jurisdiction within their city limits. So they have different measures that they can do. They can go through the abandonment process at 657A and go through that process, go to the court to get that property into the city's name, and then come to us to ask for abatement of taxes. And obviously, we have the authority, or you have the authority to abate those taxes, but I don't know that we would have authority to remove a building if that's what they're requesting.
Right.
We have ability to abate the taxes, but to clean up the property, I don't know that the county has jurisdiction to do that.
Not especially in city limits.
And then they have another provision in chapter 147. They can serve the owner's notice about a dangerous building. And then if the owner doesn't comply with their city ordinance, then they have the authority to demolish the building without getting the property into their name. So maybe if their fire department could do a controlled burn or a practice burn to try to help alleviate some of the expenses, that might be a possibility for them to try to clean up that property through a means that, through their ordinances as a city. Otherwise, they could request a tax sale assignment, since the county holds a tax sale, they could go through that process, but that would, take an attorney to do that process. So that would be a little bit more expensive, and obviously with the 657A, that would probably need a county attorney also. So doing the measure through the chapter 145, through the dangerous buildings, they could go through that with a less expensive means to try to get it down if they could possibly, engage their fire department and help them to alleviate some expenses. But that's the only things that I can think of, the processes. As for our county, I believe that our only ability is to abate the taxes. Once they,
And there's a process for that.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And I have talked to Connie about the value of it, sent her the pictures as well. And she is going to lower the value on that property so that it's not a viable property, because it had like $17,000 worth of value on the house, which the house is
Falling in.
unfixable. So-
Right.
So she is going to adjust that value.
Christie, does that help with anything?
No, not really, because so even though you own the tax certificate, you guys have no legal basis for that house. Is that what I'm understanding?
We don't, as a county, generally don't take ownership to properties that, when the taxes don't get, paid at the tax sale, they have to be advertised twice. And then if nobody pays the taxes at the tax sale, then the code of Iowa says that we have to take a tax sale certificate. But nothing in the code requires us to take ownership, doesn't require us to, do anything to the property. We don't have any legal rights to the property just because we hold the tax sale certificate. It gives us no rights or ownership to that property.
Okay. Guess that's what we needed.
I'm sure if you need to, the city council or whatever during a meeting or something, Michelle could explain that to the council or whomever also.
I can explain it. I mean, it's
Okay, good. Better than I
it's
can.
pretty simple. I mean, it's straight out, straightforward how it's set up. So I can explain it. So,
All right, good.
Okay, well, thank you.
yep, thank you.
Take no action or any action on that.
I don't know that there's any action we need to take unless you know of something.
I'd agree. I would agree.
Okay,
No,
Okay. Well, then I will move on to the next one, which is consideration to approve letter of support our county soil and water district's application for water quality initiative grant.
Lance, I can speak on this. I was approached by the local water quality and watershed group. They've got a grant that they've applied for and they need a letter of support. And I composed the letter that you see attached there. It's due today. So as soon as I know that this board accepts that and approves that, I'll get that to them. So they can close business today.
Okay. I can entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion to letter of,
You cut out.
yeah,
there,
you're cutting
BJ.
out, BJ.
I'd make a motion to a letter of support.
Yeah, I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is consideration of approve change status of sheriff's department. I have Alyssa Aronson, effective 11/8/22. It's a promotion.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is change of status for the treasurer's department, Michelle Hardin. It is a pay increase effective November 7th, 2022.
I will make a motion to approve pay increase for Michelle Harkin.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Michelle's made the comment that Michelle has completed and passed the DOT certified driver's license training to conduct drive tests. So I assume her duties will be increased also with that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is I have is consideration to approve auditor's report month of October.
I'd make a motion to approve the auditor's report for the month of October.
Second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have consideration to approve the recorder's monthly report of October.
Make a motion to approve the recorder's monthly report for October.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Other business?
I have no other business.
I don't have anything either, Lance.
We had our bridge letting yesterday for the bridge on T Avenue, south of E65.
Peterson out of Rhinebeck with a little bid at $649,000, so. It was a fine price, like, the price jump has at least slowed down, so. We were happy with it at least, so I'll bring you that contract when we have it.
All right, sounds good. Well, from there, I could ask for adjournment or recess.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those carries. We're adjourned.